Black pipe connects the, well actually it's a raceway for the tendons to go through, all the way through the span and out the other side where they're anchored. Well, they'll be pulled on that side. Pulled tight, stressed. And on this end they'll be wedged. Alright, now we're going to get ready to set the cable up so it can get pushed through the span. So the wire comes off the spool through that black tube, and this pusher right here, hydraulic electrical pusher, pushes the tendon through this black pipe. It's around the corner, goes through this pipe and goes right straight through the span. Norman's hooking up the final connection, which is the black pipe. That's the route that the cable takes, is it? Comes off the reel and goes through the span. Alright, the final connection was made.
It's coming over.
And we're going to start sending the cable through to this point. Jimmy up there operating the equipment that pushes the cable hydraulically. And needs a little more push. Up.
Yeah, it's got to go in more.
That's it.
Nice.
Got a rubber bullet on the plastic bullet on the end of the cable. Norman's going to put some tape on there, and they're going to send it through.
The cans and the closure board for the tendons. We got 19 cables here, 14 cables over here, 12 cables over here. And the only thing that holds the cans in place is a $3 roll of duct tape. Imagine that.
Where would
$1 million project.
Where would this world be without duct tape?
Where would this world be without duct tape? $1 million job.
He's taping.
Duct tape.
Yep, and this is to get the tendons through the closure pore, and so the concrete doesn't affect them. Billy's got to do that in 4 places down this end, right?
4 places at this end, 4 at the other end, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom.
Okay. This is the hole that the first tendon's going to come through, and there'll be 19 in total through this one hole, and they're all going to have, all these holes will be full of tendons by the time we get done. And when Jimmy gets ready, he's going to send it through. This is short of the span we erected, and the through which we're going to send the cables. You see how the black pipe is tied up to support the weight of the cables coming through. Once the cables are stressed. Okay, Jimmy, all set. Send it.
They're coming nice and easy.
Once the cables are stressed, that rope won't be needed. You can hear the cables start to come through. Coming into the expansion joint here, 1 of 6 on the span. Jimmy. Alright, he's just starting to come through. He just bump it a little bit more. That's alright. Alright, that's good. You got about 1.5 foot, Jimmy. You're about 3 inches away from the other head coming the other way.
How much off the other head, John?
You're about 3 inches off the other head.
I hit it, John. Then back off. You get the lump of it.
Alright, coming ahead. Well, that's it. You're in tight now. Back it off a touch. Well, now you're back to where you started from. 3 inches away. Now you're less. I should say you got less sticking through. You're about 10 inches away from the other head. That looks good. You're about an inch away from the other head.
Go with that, huh?
I think that should be good. You got about 1.5 feet, 20 inches coming through.
Alright, I'll try to slow the other ones down right before I get there and go through easy. The last few I may fuck up some heads, some bullets, you know what I mean?
All right, Jimmy. Cut it there. Cut that tendon, put another bullet on the other one, through next, tape it up. We'll do this 18 times, more times, and we have 19 stuff to add to it. And then we'll do the rest of the tubes. Got the pimp, bracket gang down there, setting up the other pimp for the next column coming up. And that's what one tendon looks like when it's in the pipe. No, this is not a spaceship. This is actually the stressing jack. It's going to pull these cables tight. We got Jimmy O'Donnell and Billy Egan going to put this jack on the strands here. The tendon, they call it. And we're going to pull these wires to the correct amount of tension so they can support precast. Randy is the DSI representative. Randy, white hard hat, make sure that these tendons are pulled to the proper specifications. We just had a problem with this jack. It was not lined up all the way through. Something got turned. Adjusted up on top. Now we're going to try it. See what it goes on better. Really a very critical part of this whole thing here, making sure that these are done right. Nice, nice. That's going to work just fine. That's good. Now we're going to hook the hoses up. Hydraulic hoses. It's got the gauge. Put the gauge on. This jack grabs these tendons and basically just pulls them real tight. And once they're tight, there's another part of the jack that pushes the plate on and see the wedges. The wedges are, see if we can see some wedges here. Zoom into this. Let's see.
Over 1220.
I know wedges are a little around. There they are, the wedges are right there. They're going to get seated with the jack. All these tendons tight. You can actually see the jack move as it pulls the wires. So we just pulled these to 10%. Jimmy made a mark.